Welcome back to Take a Pitch. How you doing,
It's
Maxwell?
good. I'm chilling. I had a nice cup of tea tonight. Watching
Yeah,
the Rangers, just chilling, Good vibes
very
all around
nice.
today.
Very nice. I got a
How you doing?
I got a nice cup of tea actually steeping right here right now.
Yeah, what you got?
I got chamomile tea,
I had a little green tea.
honey vanilla organic chamomile tea.
I
Nice
had a
way
little
to end the
green tea
night.
with there you
Green
go. I had a little
tea
green tea
at
with
night.
some yeah, I figured we were recording. Need a little kick in the ass.
You're wild, bro.
You know, green tea with some honey and sugar.
And sugar.
Well, my mom got these honey sticks, right? From I think Trader Joe's, something like that.
Okay.
So that they definitely have some sort of like sugary coating on the honey. I don't know. The fire and this is not a shout, not an ad. We're not being paid by Trader Joe's or anything like that, but definitely recommend checking it out.
So anyway, enough with the tea talk.
You know who could afford to go to Trader Joe's whenever they want and drink all the tea he wants?
Oh,
Well, fuck Spencer Strider. I don't care about him and his tea. It's actually Jeff McNeil. Um,
it's
because
true.
he got a nice party extension
Yeah. Yeah.
recently. I think we just failed to discuss on the Hall of Fame episode, or came out right after the Hall of Fame episode.
It was after.
Yeah, a nice 4 for 50 contract extension, keeping Jeff tied to the Mets until 2028. Or did the first year kick in this year as an overlay?
I don't know. I think this year is the first year. I'm pretty sure.
So through at least 2027.
Yes. And
Yeah,
yeah,
4 years
it
from
was on the
2023.
20
Yeah.
it was on the 27th, and the fifth year option could boost it up to 63.
I thought it was 64. But either way, 5th year option. Is that a team option or a player option? Do you know?
It's a team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a surface value here. It's a very good deal for both the Mets and Jeff McNeil
Yeah.
and Mets fans,
100%.
because obviously we've seen Steve Cohen will spend to win. We've seen that happen. It's a known fact.
Yeah.
But what we haven't seen is him spending on homegrown guys,
Yeah,
something
the
the Wilpons
extensions.
refused to do. Two extensions, yes.
Oh, the Wilpons did it. They just only had enough for one guy.
That's true. That's true. The Wilpons would have picked. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of another homegrown guy. They would have picked David Peterson over fucking McNeil and Pete.
Right now, you also have to remember that Lindor probably isn't on the Mets. Um,
Right. Without Cohen.
yeah, without fuck, what was it? Jared Porter.
Oh, God, that's a name.
Forgot about it. Forgot he was the GM for 2 months. What did he do? Dick pics.
I think he had. I think his dick pics. Yeah, to a media member. I think.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
Zach
yeah,
Scott
yeah.
was a
Sexually
DUI.
harassing the Mexican journalist girl. Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
And then Zach Scott was the DUI, which he was found asleep in his car.
Oh, fuck, that's right. In
Dude,
Connecticut, right?
after going to Cohen's house, yeah, like
Yeah.
it's so refreshing to see the Mets get good press for once. It's so refreshing.
uh, yeah, Billy Epler has been a saint, and I love it. He's the only one, man, besides
Steve
Sandy
Cohen,
Alderson.
and again, we're getting a little sidetracked from Jeff Neal, but Steve Cohen's
Yeah.
probably looking at everything that went on that first year, and he goes, "What the fuck did I sign up
Mm-hmm.
for?" He's
Yeah.
looking for a good return on his investment. He's like, this ain't flying.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't gonna happen here." But anyway, back to Jeff McNeil. I think personally it's a great deal for the Mets, for McNeil, and for the fan base as well. Obviously McNeil's a fan
Yeah,
favorite,
fan favorite,
favorite of
definitely.
mine. My he's my guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I like the
Yeah.
deal,
Yeah,
and
and he he showed his maturity last year, and he led the major leagues in hitting. So deserving of a deal. An two-time All-Star now, and he's, you know, going to be making 12 and a half mil over the next 4 years at least. So
Someone actually said to me, this kid goes, what do you think of McNeil deal? I think it's an overpay. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I think you overpaid for him. I go, he's a 300 plus career hitter, even with a year of hitting 251. Kid goes, oh, I didn't know that.
who?
Now it's a good deal.
I'll
So,
blur it out.
so it's
Who said that?
anyone.
Is this the same kid that said that we stole the Carlos
No,
Correa?
no, I'll tell you more about him after.
Okay, so I'm not blurring it out then. But go on.
Yeah, we can figure it out. But anyway, yeah, this kid said that it wasn't a good deal. And I told him that McNeil was actually a 300 career hitter, despite having a season of 251, which was last year, which everybody's really hopping on. That hey, maybe this was who he was. Clearly, it's not. Great deal for Jeff McNeil. Installs him at second base for the foreseeable future until Jet Williams really can come into his own down the minors, and he'll be ready to go a few years down the road. Because remember, he's a high school kid, so he's a high school product out of high school, and Jet Williams is looked at as the second baseman of the future.
Yeah, I think he's still playing shortstop.
Is he?
He was last year in rookie ball. I
Who
mean, not
knows?
that that means much, but
Right.
he'll. I mean, he definitely
He's a
has
smaller
this.
guy too.
Yeah, he is. He's 5'7", but he has the tools to stay at short. But I think he ultimately will be moved to second base. But
Yeah.
that's also assuming that he will be
Stay with the
good
Mets.
and stay with the Mets. That's assuming that he'll pan out and be good. I mean,
Right. And
you
this is
know,
all conversations for down the road too.
it
But
is, and his comps are
Jeff,
to Jose Altuve, so we'll see. That's a high ceiling. You know,
that's high ceiling. But Jeff is for the foreseeable future the second baseman for the New York Mets.
yes,
And next on the docket is clearly Pete Alonso, and we can get into that more down the road.
yeah.
But Jeff McNeil was not the only guy to get a contract extension.
Breaking last night.
Last night, well, yeah, last night, Bo Bichette got a 3 year extension from the Toronto Blue Jays, uh, which buys out his final RB years, locking him to the Blue Jays with no salary exchange, none of that crap. Here's the thing, and tell me how often you've seen this because I haven't seen this often at all, if at all. 24 hours goes by where the news is broken with no salary figure.
And not only that, there's not even any guesses. I saw one guess.
Yeah, what was the guess?
It was like 7.8 for this year, uh 13.2 next
All
year,
right,
and then 16.8 in the final year, something like that.
so crazy because the Jays haven't even announced it either, have they?
No. And that was based off, I think he did that based off of projections.
Right. Cause I remember seeing Feinsand reported it, Heyman reported it. I think Passan Met said something about it. So it's happening, or it's a Trevor Bauer situation where something got leaked early. Maybe the contracts weren't done yet. Who knows?
Yeah. Because I know he filed for arbitration. So
Yeah,
I think he filed
as
at,
did
at
Jeff
like
and the
set.
Mets.
I think he filed at 7.8. Pretty sure.
Yeah, and then Jeff and the Mets also filed, and they didn't settle until the extension. So,
Hmm.
good for Bo Bichette if this is indeed true.
Yeah. I mean, I think Bo could be really good. I mean, he tore the cover off the ball through from uh September 1st until the Blue Jays were knocked out in the playoffs.
Yeah,
He hit, I believe, 404, 405. So
yeah. I think you sent it to me too. Where I
yeah,
was kind of downplaying Bo for a little bit because I know he had a rough
he's
start. And
he did have a rough
tore the
start, and
cover off the ball. Start like from
his
like January to July on. I mean,
yeah, January was sick. And
I hate you.
his glove isn't great, but he did improve actually a lot defensively last year.
Yeah.
Still wasn't great, but I think that's a promising figure, and I think the Blue Jays believe in that. So
Oh
good for
yeah.
Bo.
I like the deal. I like the stability. And again, now their next move is Vladdy Jr.
Yes.
So it seems like the Mets and Blue Jays are kind of on the similar plane here, spending money in free agency, locking down homegrown guys. Now they have to figure out what to do with their first baseman.
Yeah,
A lot of parallels there.
I think with Vladdy, I think
Redoing their,
they kind of
they're
have to.
redoing their ballparks as well, but
Mhm, to their Mickey
God.
Mouse ballpark. Um, they kind of have to with Vladdy. They kind of have to wait and see what's going to happen this year if he's going to be Vladdy of 2019, 2021, 2022.
With the Mets, you're hoping, Pete Alonso obviously has been good his entire career. He mashes home runs, hits 260 ish, and you saw a little bit last year where he can maybe hit 280, 290. He's able to find seams and find holes in the defense and shoot the gaps, and he was able to become a more well-rounded hitter. So I think it's a waiting game for both these clubs with their first baseman. I think the Mets are probably more likely to sign Pete before the Jays sign Vladdy, but who knows?
Yeah, 100%. Vladdy is only 23, going into his age 24 season.
That's
You know,
so weird.
so
Um, but anyway,
Pete is going into his age 28 season.
right.
Pete's much closer, even though they both debuted the same year. Pete is definitely
True.
much closer.
Anyway, so that's all the real baseball news this week. Aside from like a few small trades that are really insignificant in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I don't even
Stowe
know what they
has
were
has cooled down
for now.
for now. For now, I do know that spring training starts soon, within the next week and a half for most teams. I'm fucking excited.
Well, yeah,
But
pitchers and catchers report on the 15th.
yeah, that's true. But that
That
means
is
we
a
have to
week
do
from
some
today.
stupid. Yeah, we have to do some stupid shit though regularly. So we're getting the stupid shit started early with Jim Bowden. Uh,
Mm,
Obviously, we've talked a lot about expansion. You and I, we're big fans of the
yes,
idea of expansion. Obviously,
can't
team in
wait.
Nashville,
We
team maybe
we
Vegas, Portland, wherever.
we have had one in our lifetime. We just don't remember it.
It's true. We had the NHL as well, and that
Yeah,
was
we've had an
we have
NHL.
two in the NHL.
Um, yeah, two singles, which is so weird. Like,
It was strange.
why not just do them at the same time? And I understand why. Manfred, I remember, and I say this every fucking year. Manfred, when he came into office, I was actually hyped about him being commissioner. Is he said his goal by the end of his tenure was to make MLB 32 teams. I've been waiting for this day to happen since I'm like probably like 10, 11 years old. I've been dying for an expansion,
So,
wanted
so
a new
much,
team so bad.
so much so that you and I did our own expansion draft, which we'll get into in a little bit. But let's talk about Jim Bowden's plan for
Lord,
Major League Baseball should there be expansion. And Billy, there is no shortage of stupidity with his plan. Um,
it is by far the worst thing, the worst
I've
proposal.
seen numerous people saying, "What the fuck is this?"
I haven't seen a
So,
single person say it was good, actually.
right,
So,
exactly. So we're gonna say, for the sake of this argument, Jim Bowden had put a team in Charlotte and
whoa,
Nashville.
whoa, whoa. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Now Nashville's obviously the front runner, and every projection you will see will say Nashville.
It's going to be Nashville and Portland, most likely, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Just makes the most sense.
and we'll get to why Portland in a minute too.
Yeah.
Uh, so Jim Bowden put in Charlotte and Nashville, right?
Hmm.
In the so he didn't split the American League and National League. He went East and West. So we are conforming to literally
Yes,
the
that's what I
NBA
was going
and
to
the
say.
NHL.
The conference. No, no, no.
Well, hang on. Do you want to go?
That
Do you want to go West to East or East to West? How you want to do this?
let me talk about the conferences first.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
That
ahead. I know
was
you're dying about
that was the dumbest fucking thing. Baseball is a sacred game. There has always been an NL and an AL. You do not fuck that up. You don't. That's this is how it is. Baseball is National
for over
League
150
and
years.
American
Yeah.
League. You just don't. This is how baseball is. Conferences, you are stupid. I get what he's trying to do, and I think this whole thing was just a ploy to get attention, to get views, to get clicks, to get people to subscribe and read his stupid fucking article on why his reasoning for everything.
I'll tell you this much. I have subscription to the Athletic. I didn't even read the article. I saw the proposed conferences and said no, I'm not reading this. So do you
Yeah.
want to start with the West or the East?
Start on the West,
All right, we'll go out West.
since we're from the East.
So four divisions in each conference. Again, much like the NFL and yeah, just the NFL actually. Now that since realignment, we're gonna start out West. The Western
But hockey
Division.
used to
What
have
would
four.
hockey used to have? No, hockey for a while had hockey's weird.
Okay.
They've had a
Well,
bunch of realignment.
talk off screen.
Yeah. So in the West,
Mm-hmm.
Western Division in the Western Conference,
Right.
Diamondbacks, Angels, Dodgers, Padres. Right off the bat, you're taking away the Dodgers Giants rival.
Yeah. Brutal. You can't
Right
do
off the
that.
bat, before
That
you
is
think about anything else.
that is the actually it's probably, I don't know time wise.
Top
It's
five. It's
either
top five.
first or second longest rivalry in baseball. Can't get rid
Yeah,
of it.
and
You can't.
top five most intense too.
Yep.
On the
They
Pacific
literally
Coast Division. Oh, yeah.
hold up. At Chavez Ravine, they have literally beat Giants fans to death because of how
Mm-hmm.
heated their rivalry is. You
What was
cannot
that
take
guy's
that
name?
away.
What was the
Oh,
guy's
I don't
name?
remember.
Brian something, right?
Something like that. That was
Yeah.
horrible. That was really, really
Fucking
fucking
opening day.
horrible.
Opening day.
Yep.
Horrible. The Pacific Coast Division. Yes, he got real creative here. Rockies,
It's like a fucking
definitely
Little
on
League World Series.
hang on. The Rockies, definitely on the
It's
coast.
going to be mid Atlantic.
Athletics, Mariners, Giants. I don't see a single rivalry there. In the Southwest divisions, the Astros, the Royals, the Cardinals, and Rangers. There you have the two Texas teams and the two Missouri teams. The Midwest, Cubs, White Sox, Brewers, and Twins.
So I like that a little bit just for
That
the
division,
Chicago.
right?
Like
But
that,
but
it's
you
kind
don't
of
like
fun.
LA.
No, Angels suck.
That's fair. That's fair. I also like the idea of the White Sox Brewers series
Sorry,
more
Angels
often.
fans.
I do like that.
Hmm?
I like White Sox Brewers more often. That's a tough division.
I mean, these divisions are weird. Like,
Yeah. So we'll go to this now. We go to Eastern Conference, the Southeast Division.
yeah.
We're just gonna hand the Atlanta Braves division titles every year because it's the Braves, the Marlins, Nashville, and the Rays. Yes, the Rays can be competitive, but let's be real, we're handing the division of the Braves. Mid Atlantic, the Orioles. This is where Charlotte falls in. The Pirates and Nationals. God damn, get me. I wouldn't. That's the NL Central.
Somehow,
That's the Central Division right there.
somehow, Charlotte, even though they would be an expansion team, they would win that. They would
They'd be
win
the
that
favorites.
division
Yep.
with a breeze.
Although the Orioles with the young
Yeah,
prospects,
yeah,
they
yeah.
could
They're coming
own
up.
that division for years to
They
come.
could. Yeah, for
But
six
again,
years until
that's
the Orioles won't pay them.
right. But that's the division where you run through them in the playoffs. Actually, it might be the North where you have the Reds, the Guardians, the Tigers, and the Blue Jays.
The Guardians and the Blue Jays are legit. The Reds and the Tigers, the complete opposite.
It's yeah,
Now,
it's
the
bad.
best division.
Right now, not only is it the best division, it is the most toxic division.
Oh
Like
yeah,
Jim Bowden went
put together
went
all
through a
the
list.
worst fan bases.
If you had to list the top four worst human beings by baseball, according to baseball fans, like ever in the Eastern Division, the Boston Red Sox, the New York Mets, the New York Yankees, and the Philadelphia Phillies. Jim Bowden said, "You're playing 500 baseball for eternity."
It is actually.
That might be the worst realignment proposal I've ever heard.
Now he did keep together the Yankees and Red Sox and the Mets and the Phillies, which I think you have to do for each.
Right,
Besides that,
right. Mets Braves
you
is only a real rivalry since what, the 90s?
Braves moved Uh, yeah,
with the
90.
divisions and everything? Because the Braves were in the West
Yes, for a long time.
for a
Which
long
is
time,
so
which
weird.
made no sense.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
The Pirates were in the
Some
East.
point in the
It was weird.
90s.
Yeah. So
I
it's
think
only
90s.
relatively new. Mets Phillies geographical rivalry. It makes the most sense.
Yeah, they've been rivals for a while.
Yeah. But he kept all the cities together, which is interesting. Kind of takes away the idea of the Subway Series. It's more of a regular game.
Yeah,
I don't like it at
it's
all.
not special. They'd
Right.
be playing them what 11, 12 times, 12 times, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
12.
Or who knows with the new format. But yeah,
Yeah,
in
I
that
mean,
ballpark.
it'd probably be 11.
So
It's too little for a
regardless of
division
that,
rival.
I think we've established that this is the worst idea possible, and Jim
Yep,
Bowden
trash.
was desperate for clicks,
Yes.
and that if Major League Baseball even considers that, there will be hell to pay.
There's 0% chance that they would ever do this.
Now, Billy, let me ask you something.
Mhm.
You, being the great mind that you are,
Oh, thank you.
did you have a better plan for realignment?
I
Should you add
did.
two teams?
I did. I
Did
think
you?
so personally.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. So I'll start with the AL
Yes.
because we are sticking with the American League and National League. I want to see AL and NL on those jerseys during All Star Weekend.
Even though they don't really wear them, only for the home
Yeah,
runs.
they just wear them for the Home Run Derby, and so
So what do you
and
got?
the whatever they're called, whatever the
Oh yeah, the Futures game.
so, but they don't wear NLAL, do they anymore?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. Now they do.
Oop.
So we got the Eastern Division, which will consist of the Baltimore Orioles, the Boston Red Sox, the New York Yankees, and the Toronto Blue Jays.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Keeping together
Sounds
the
like the
AL
AL
East.
East.
Keep
Yeah.
I tried to keep it as similar as possible. Where I mostly
We'll
changed
keep
it
going.
up,
Yeah.
I know, is right here in the South. So the Southern Division of the AL, the ALS, would be the Houston Astros, Kansas City Royals, Tampa Bay Rays, and Texas Rangers. Northern Division, Chicago White Sox, Cleveland Guardians, Detroit Tigers, Minnesota Twins. And then the Western Division, the Las Vegas Athletics, because that is where they're going. We all know it. It's preemptive.
Inevitable.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Los Angeles Angels, Portland Beavers, who is that? That's I either
I like
wanted
that. I
them to
like
be
that.
the
I like
Portland
that.
Beavers or the Portland Squatches.
I like that.
Um, and then the Seattle Mariners. So
I like the division a lot.
keeping together most of it, you know, and keeping together the rivalries. I mean, not that there's
Right,
too
and
many
that
rivalries
gives
in the AL. Go on.
Seattle the geographical rival too.
Exactly. And not only that, like the A's and the Angels, like sure they're south, but they're still relatively close, you know. And just to I did this to limit travel as much as possible.
Right. So let's move over to the NL.
The NL, we got in the Western Division, the Arizona Diamondbacks, Los Angeles Dodgers, San Diego Padres, and San Francisco Giants, keeping together the West.
Keeping the rivalries together. Yep.
Exactly, and the Dodgers and Giants, and the newfound
Dodgers.
rivalry, Dodgers and Padres.
Right. Yep.
Northern Division, we got the Cubs, Rockies, Brewers, and Cardinals. And then in the Southern Division, we got the Atlanta Braves, Cincinnati Reds, Miami Marlins, and the Nashville Stars. And then in the Eastern Division, we have the New York Mets, Philadelphia Phillies, Pittsburgh Pirates, and Washington Nationals.
I like
Thoughts?
those. What I really like is two things here.
Mhm.
You keep the Cubs, Brewers, Cubs, Cardinals rivalries alive, as well
Yes.
as the Mets, Phillies. You
Because I
give,
feel like if you really mix it up, I'm sorry, just quickly, if you
yeah,
really
yeah,
mix it up a lot, like he did with his bullshit, I feel like it will be weird for a lot of people. It's like a new thing. Like, do I hate this? Like now I have to hate this team. Like I don't hate them. I never hated them before, but now it's like now I
Right,
have to.
like you and I like a ton of guys in the Yankees, a ton of players.
I mean,
You're a borderline Yankee fan at times.
I don't know about
To appease Mac.
that. No, no, no. I
But
I like baseball.
right. But you and I would be literally
Yeah.
those horrible Mets fans who are saying "fuck the Yankees" regularly and
Well, yeah.
actually meaning
It would have it would have to change to where that's the good thing though, is that
it. I'd be fucked too.
the casual New York fans are already there. They already
Right,
hate each other. So they're good. They're golden.
right. And as someone who likes the Red Sox, I'd be fucked there too.
Yeah, you'd have to hate the Red Sox now.
I'd have to hate them. That would suck. Um,
But
your thing makes a ton of sense. The second thing I liked was that we could see a Chris Bryant rivalry with your realignment, Cubs and
oh
Rockies.
yeah, look at that.
That could be a little rivalry that
Hmm.
may or may not turn into something.
Yeah,
And seeing the Cubs in Coors Field rather often will be fun.
yeah,
They always produce some good bats.
yeah.
I like that a lot. Now here's my question for you.
Okay.
With expansion comes two new owners to the group.
Hmm.
Do these
They'd sue it.
expansion franchises see Steve Cohen as a problem like everyone else does? Or do they see
Um,
Steve Cohen as the model, the the, the, the
I
blueprint
guess it
for
would.
how to succeed?
I guess it would depend. I mean, I think you're kind of a pussy if you think that Steve Cohen's a threat. Personally, because you could dish out that money. You own a Major League Baseball team. And you're trying to tell me
And
you can't dish out money? Fuck off.
isn't that what Steve Cohen said too?
Basically, take a look in the mirror. But here's the thing that
That's a great fucking quote. That's a
the,
great quote.
the thing that I like the most, right, is that of the Mets payroll, which everyone likes to use the 462 number because of the tax, 100 million of that is going to these pussies who need to take a look in the mirror. And they're crying about what? Because they're going to just pocket that. Why are they crying? It's not like they put that back into the team at all, they're
They
pussies.
really don't. But yeah, Steve Cohen in an exclusive interview with Passan, I think it was Passan.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Here's what it.
I just saw the quotes.
So here's a good quote from Cohen directly. I hear things from people who are maybe more neutral that they're taking a lot of heat from their fans. I kind of look at it like you're looking at the wrong person. They're putting it on me. Maybe they need to look more at themselves. That was fucking badass right there.
Yep.
And it's what we've said all along. You know, you and I especially have talked about this at length. These owners have the capability to do it. Steve Cohen's the only one actually doing it.
Yeah.
He's putting his money where his heart is
Yeah.
and his mouth.
Yeah. Job ain't done.
It's yeah, exactly. Big fan of it. And there was I think there's one other thing. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can find it.
Hmm.
Uh, where was it? Here we go. I didn't know I was gonna have to spend like I did. I actually was a little naive in that regard. But once I got comfortable and realized, okay, what's it going to take to put a great team on the field? I still had made a commitment to the fans and to baseball that I was going to come in, turn this thing around. I came in saying I'm all in, and I kept my word. I keep my word. To me, I think every owner once a year should give a state of the team type press conference to the fans.
I like that.
Steve
On
Cohen,
MLB Network.
not even on LEO, even if it's the regional networks, which are suddenly going under,
Oh
by the
yeah,
way,
that's
which is a
fine.
whole other issue.
Wait, what? Well, we'll talk
Bally
about that.
Bally Sports Network filed for bankruptcy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Again,
They
whole other thing.
cover
We'll
a
do more
lot.
research. We'll do more research on that. We'll get back to that
Yeah.
next week. But yeah, I saw that. And so, regardless,
Hmm.
what what I think should happen, you know, whether it's on LB Network, it's on the regional, or just a live stream on socials. Every owner should be required to give a state of the team uh, address, kind of like the president has to with the country. Just say, hey, this is where we're at. This is what we plan to do. And they don't have to say, we plan to extend so and so. We plan to keep our commitment to our homegrown players and an attempt to keep them as lifetime XYZ or some other thing. We plan to upgrade the stadium to include this, this, and this, like Steve Cohen said he would with the video board. Now we have the Mets are installing the biggest video board in baseball.
Dude,
You know,
have you seen updates on that? I don't know how it's possibly going to be done in time for
it's not
opening
going to get
day.
done. There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Unless
Um,
they really start working fucking 24 hours, I don't see how it gets done. But go on.
there's no way. It's brutal. And it's been good weather for them too.
Which they could just turn on stadium lights and work 24 hours, right?
Facts. But regardless, I think every owner, and now especially with now you're looking at Baltimore,
Hmm.
that lawsuit with the ownership has been settled. Don't know what it is. We probably never will know. Whatever. But teams like guys like Artie Moreno,
Hmm.
oh, we're selling. No, we're not going to sell. We have unfinished business. Okay, lay out your plan to finish the deal. Then have the fans buy in. If these owners are transparent and they want fans to buy in and buy the product, transparency needs to be had, and Steve Cohen is the blueprint for that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm calling for a state of the team address
I
every
like
year,
it. I like it. Have the owner and the general manager do it.
right after the World Series,
All right.
either after the World Series or before spring training,
Okay. I'd say
like a week before spring
give it
training.
like a week. Let them do the the exclusive stuff with the exclusive free agents. Like let them do that and then do it.
Right,
That's what I would say.
right, right, right after the World Series.
Hmm.
Give it about a week or so, or a week or so before spring training opens.
Hmm.
So
That you know what they should do is the state of the team, right? Or like all that, and then do like a Q&A type of thing right before
season
spring
ticket
training.
holders and stuff like that. Yep.
No,
Yeah,
live stream it, baby. Make
that would be
make
such
it
a clusterfuck for so
make
many
it
teams. I
make
would
it
love that.
involved. Make it involved. Yeah,
The only problem is you have people monitoring and auditing all these questions,
yeah.
so it's not going to be a full, hey, what about this player? You're not going to do that.
No, of course. Still
But
something, right?
I like it. I think it's an idea we need to get trending, and we'll get Steve Cohen on board with that, and he'll get the ball rolling. I'll call up Uncle Stevie real quick. So
So
yeah, that was a genius idea I just came up.
yeah, I like it.
Thank you, thank you.
So
I think it would be just great because these owners don't even have to open the books. They don't have to say, "Hey, we're spending X, Y, and Z on this." Hey,
yeah.
this is what we're looking at. We're looking to compete. We have a certain budget where better higher than last year, lower than last year. We want to stay around the same as last year. Done.
Hmm. Yeah,
Fans will be infinitely more invested.
100%.
Um,
And I think the big thing to take out of this is that the owners are just really,
Greedy fucks,
really, really smelly. They're so
uh,
smelly.
smelly and greedy. You know what that means? Since they're so greedy and want to save their money, but they're also smelly. They need to go to soapazon.com, use promo code TAP, TAP, get 15% off your soap. Get in the shower, wash up, use the pine tar. Again, I will promote the pine tar shit till I die. I love it. Baseball soap, soapazon.com. Get it now.
Boom.
Um, but we did mention we did an expansion draft,
Yes.
and that was a lot of fun for us, I
Hmm.
think. And given that how involved you and I are in the whole expansion, how into it we are, how much
Yeah.
we want updates and this and that. So we kind of drafted some teams, and you drafted for
Portland.
Portland.
Portland
I
Beavers,
drafted for
baby.
Nashville.
Hmm.
Shout out to the Nashville Stars who sent me an autographed Chase Rice bat. I have to put it up. I have to find space on this wall back here for it.
Get
Might
one of
shoot.
those. Get like a. I know someone makes like those like the bat rack like in the
Yeah.
dugouts, right?
Mhm.
But it's like a single thing, and you could put it up
Yeah, I was gonna put it right there. Yeah.
and
Just
just
have it
have it
slide down.
going down. Perfect. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
They're pretty cheap. I think they're only like $15.
15 bucks. Yeah. So shout out to the Nashville Stars. Big supporters of them. Looking forward to seeing what's going to come for baseball in Nashville. So I was drafted for them. You were drafted for Portland.
Yep.
I don't know. What did you think of it?
I had a lot of fun with picks.
And you went through and really and I'll show you guys real quick. Look at this. For every division, protected list, players unprotected, levels protection.
Yep.
Billy went all out on this one.
Yep.
Billy
Give
went
it
all out. If you want to do an expansion
give it
draft,
my effort.
moderated by Billy and I, by the way, against our boy Chris Macca, let us know in the comments. We will get in touch with you. We will see who created the best team. Now, let's just talk about some big names that you and I kind of picked off. I don't know if you want to start. You want me to start?
You go ahead.
Some of the big names I ended up snagging were Carlos Carrasco,
Hmm.
Orlando Arcia, Craig Kimbrell.
Hmm.
And, it's obviously the NL East. Um, Jordan Montgomery was a guy I liked. Victor Caratini, Randall Grichuk, the Rogers brothers. I kept them together.
I talked you into that.
Yeah, it was the former MVP vote getter, Ryan Tepera. And of course, some prospects. I grabbed Jackson Rutledge because if you're building a team, you want to build the organization strong from the bottom up. I had a lot of top 30 prospects on my radar. Got a lot of them. I built my own top 30 essentially. I got to rank them. If I want to go that far, we'll see. But I think personally, I had a strong team. Jose Trevino behind the dish. A lot of guys that contribute right away, and a lot of guys can contribute in the future.
Yep.
So, who are some of the guys that you ended up grabbing? Some big names or notable
Um,
names?
some notable names. I got Brandon Drury,
It's the first one I looked at actually.
the mustache goat himself, Matt Carpenter, Big Daddy
Forgot you got
Daniel
Carp.
Vogelbach. Sorry,
Yep.
Vogelback. Uh, Ramon Urias. We got Slapdick, Xavier Edwards, Hassan Kim, Jorge Mateo, Eduardo Escobar, Heimer Candelario.
You got some slick fielders, bro.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
defense is looking nice.
got some good defense, got some good speed, and then we got Joey Gallo, AJ Pollock, Jesus Sanchez, Marcelo
Your,
Zuna.
your bullpen's fucking filthy, by the way.
Yeah, I'll get there.
All right.
Uh, Center fielder's weak. Andrew McCutcheon, and then here's my pitching. I got Noah Syndergaard, Corey Kluber, Adrian Hauser, Alex Wood, Trevor Williams, Zach Davies, Steven Matz. The rest are prospects. Yeah, the rest are
I think
prospects.
most of them are prospects, yeah.
Um,
Or minor league depth guys.
not all of them were. The only one that wasn't ranked was JP Sears because he made
Right.
technically not anymore. But anyway,
He graduated,
uh,
yes.
bullpen. I got Gregory Soto, Jordan Romano, Daniel Bard, Clark Schmidt, Johnny Lasagna, Aroldis
Unreal.
Chapman, Brian Abreu, Kendall Graven, Tyler Matzik, Luis Sessa, Matt Festa. Ooh, I didn't realize that. Put them right next to each other. Kind of sound similar. Adam Simber,
Dude,
Andrew
your bullpen's
Nardi,
fucking nasty.
and Roddery Munoz, who is a prospect. So is Andrew Nardi. The final two are prospects.
Your bullpen's nasty, man.
Yeah,
Listen, if you're gonna start a franchise, good bullpen's a great place to have. Great piece to have.
I plan on grabbing an extra few. Just have them as a trade bait. Get a
I hear
couple.
you. I don't
You know,
blame you.
package together a
But
couple of them.
yeah, we had a good time doing that. Some good
Yeah,
names were available, and you always want to start strong. So if you want to participate in a expansion draft against Chris Macca, let us know. We'll set it up and we'll moderate it. We'll go over it. We drafted 90 guys, enough to fill
yeah,
up the majors, and AAA and AA.
yep.
Uh, Took us a while. I mean, it was dragging towards the end, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for
It,
real expansion.
it's also because we took a break, but yeah, that
We
dude.
did. We just it took about 4 hours in between because you had work to do and stuff.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
but the real the when we get the real deal, like that was fun
Oh
just
man.
us doing it. Like imagine like especially that first round. That first round is going to be exhilarating.
Oh
So
yeah. I can't wait till they really do it. And then once they announce it, I think we're gonna get teams together. You can get Mac. I'll take Mike. I'll give you Mac. I'll take
you gonna
Mike,
give me
and
Macca, me and Macca
I'll give you
together?
I'll give you Mac because I'm confident in Mike. I am more
It,
than confident in Mike. I'll grab
it's
Nick
just
Biano.
me,
I'll
me
grab the
and
boys.
me and Macca have such similar baseball minds. That's why we're dangerous together.
Oh, listen, I'll grab the boys. I don't you worry about me. I drafted myself a damn good team. Um,
You did
but obviously, guys that were protected had no movement clauses, no trade clauses. And I know
10-5
I saw
rights.
something. Yeah, 10-5 rights. I saw something on TikTok actually. We're gonna steal this from the NHL TikTok that I seem to find myself on lately. Um, these days, trade deadlines coming up for hockey, and hockey also has no movement clauses, no trade clauses. In hockey, you can have a 10-team, 15-team, or 5-team modified no trade clause. In baseball, some guys have earned the right; they have similar clauses or unspoken agreements with teams. So, Billy, let me pose the question: if you had a no trade list of 5 to 10 teams, what teams do you not want to be sent to?
I did 10.
Who's on your no trade list?
I got the Twins,
Ooh,
the Met.
okay,
Yeah, that one I just threw in there because it's a shitty city. That was the biggest reason. Not even like a great historic franchise or anything really in there. Like it's just a shitty, cold shit city. Um, Mariners.
okay. Again, cold and rainy.
Yeah, too far too.
Okay, I know you don't like planes, so you're always on a plane there.
It's far. Uh, we got the Red Sox because I would never play for a rat bastard.
Okay, yeah, I know you don't like Cora. But say Cora is not a manager. Are the Red Sox still on your list?
I don't know.
Tough one, right? Yeah.
Probably not, but
Okay,
they're there because Cora is currently the manager. Because when I asked you, I
gotcha.
said, "Is this current day as if I'm a player right now?" And you said
Yes,
yes.
yes. As of right now,
That's
yes, is
that's
onto the
why I
list.
added
Yeah.
them.
Okay, that's no. Like I said, I knew that was going to depend on the manager.
And then we got the Athletics, Giants, Padres, Angels, and Dodgers.
You really hate the NL West, don't you?
I picked all the teams in California.
Oh, taxes. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
because fuck California mainly, but yeah, that too. And then we got the Braves, and then my last team is the Yankees.
Really?
Yes, I don't want them dictating what I want to do with my hair and my beard. Not for me. Not for me. I want a beard. If I want to grow my hair out long, I want to grow my hair out long.
Okay. All right. I respect it.
Yep. Let's hear yours.
All right. I'm actually gonna change mine real quick. Let me get rid of this
Ooh.
this team here.
You want me to read off Ben's then?
No, no, it's all right.
Okay.
I have let's see, let's throw them on there. All right. I got the Rockies
Mm-hmm.
because honestly it's a poorly run franchise and I want no part in that. Plus I can barely breathe as is thin air, not great. The Reds, another poorly run franchise. I know I'm not getting paid if I'm there. Detroit, again, poorly run franchise in a shit division. They can never seem to get their shit together. The A's, enough said. Giants, I don't like San Francisco. Tampa Bay, I feel until they figure out how to get fans into the ballpark, I don't want it. Braves, just can't do it. Angels and Dodgers, I don't want to pay California tax. I don't like LA traffic. I want none of that. San Diego, I don't mind actually because Nice weather all year round. Can't beat that.
Yeah,
My
but
final team.
LA is great weather all year round too.
Yeah, they get traffic there. My final team, though,
You know, there's no traffic in fucking San Diego. Of course, there's traffic in San Diego. Come on,
the
go
Toronto
on.
Blue Jays.
Uh, okay, Canada.
I don't want to go to Canada.
Yeah, I was debating them for that reason,
I don't want to go to Canada at all.
but I thought at least Toronto's climate is much better than Minnesota's. So
Yeah, but at the same time,
yeah,
after
no,
the
definitely.
season, whatever I'm
Fuck
bringing back
Canada.
has got to go through customs and might get lost. And
A hundred
I just don't want
percent.
to deal with that.
A hundred
I don't want to
percent.
deal with that.
I mean, hey, shit might get lost coming back from Minnesota or anywhere.
No, because if it's Minnesota, I can just drive it back.
Oh, you could just drive it back. I mean, that's a long drive. What if you're in Seattle or San
Take a
Diego?
cross. Hang on, if I'm in any of those places, I'm taking a cross country road trip. I'm making the most of it
Okay.
because I want to see a lot. I want to see the country a little
Okay.
more. But those are my 10 teams. Send us your 5 to 10 team list of places you wouldn't want to get traded to, and if you were a player right now. Love to see the lists. And yeah, Billy, it's been fun as
Yes,
always.
sir.
What episode number is this?
I think 127.
Did you know that Take a Pitch is in the top 10% of podcasts?
Yes,
Because I think
because you sent it
90%
to
of
me.
podcasts don't make it to episode 100. And we are at 126. Speaking of episode 100, shout out to the boys from the tips. They just hit episode 100. Go check
Mhm.
them out. Brian and Rick do a great job talking golf. A lot of golf going on the Pro Am, Waste Management Pro Am out in Phoenix, Super Bowl weekend.
Waste
Who you got in the Super
management.
Bowl, Billy? Yeah, Waste Management Pro Am. Who you got in the Super Bowl?
I'm in waste management. I also got an uncle in waste management. Who
Hey,
do I
there you
got in
go.
the Super Bowl? Chiefs.
Mhm. Damn.
Let's go Chiefs.
I'm yelling "Go Birds" all day long.
So I don't get it. How?
What? Me?
How do you like a Philadelphia team?
Because I'm not a Giants fan. I'm a Jets fan. So, despite
Still,
the fact the Jets can't have never beaten the Eagles in the regular season,
but it's Philadelphia.
I got a ton of friends who are Eagles fans,
I got
and they're some
friends
of my best
that
friends.
like you're a Rangers
They're
fan.
some of my
Fuck the
best friends.
Rangers.
Hang on, no. They're some of my best
Rangers could
friends,
kick
and
rocks. All the Rangers fans could kick rocks too.
right. But hang on, that's a locational thing. That's New York and New York, right? My New
Sure.
York team has no issues
Whoa,
with
whoa,
the
whoa.
Philadelphia Eagles
Then why don't you root for the Phillies?
because that's a division thing. You can't do that. It's
Yeah,
either the Flyers or the Sixers.
but your friends are the
That's
fans.
divisional. That's divisional. It's different. My
But
Jets
you're
are an AFC East
so
team.
so let me
Eagles
get
are the
this right.
NFC East.
So let me
They
get
don't
this
play
right.
each other that often. Once
So let
every
me get
four
this right.
years.
There's the Philadelphia Phillies, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Philadelphia 76ers. The
Correct.
only team that you're okay with is the Philadelphia Eagles, right?
Yes. Yes.
And because of the divisional thing.
Because the digital thing I was in East Stroudsburg when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. The passion that I relate to Eagles fan. I do.
But
I get
but
it. As a Mets fan, I relate to Eagles fan. As a Jets fan, I relate to Eagles fans. I hate it. I hate that I relate to Philly fans at all. But dude, go Birds.
nah.
It's go Birds for me
I
all day long on Sunday.
I think unless you are a fan of all the Philadelphia teams, you are a traitor to this beautiful state and the sports teams that reside here, plus the Jets and Giants. If you root for any Philadelphia team, you are a Benedict Arnold.
I also love AJ Brown though. I think he's fucking great.
Okay, so what if he was still on the Titans?
I'd be rooting for him on Titans, no doubt.
So then you wouldn't like the Eagles?
I still would, but not as much, obviously. AJ Brown's a oh, I love AJ Brown.
Fuck the Eagles.
Fuck you.
Fuck the
Go
Eagles.
Birds.
Fuck Philadelphia as a whole. And they're all their shitty sports teams.
There goes half
Just
our listenership.
good. Fuck them all. They're all your friends anyway, not mine. I'm just
Hopefully they
kidding.
made
I
it this
love you,
far.
Brian and Matt.
And Adam, even though he's not an Eagles fan.
Adam, Yeah, I was about to say, does Adam like any
Adam,
Philadelphia
Adam
teams?
doesn't do football. Adam doesn't do football. Adam
Does
just
he
does
like
hockey. He's trying to figure it out.
any Philadelphia teams at all? No, just Sharks.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, just the Sharks.
Yeah,
Yeah, check out on the power play. They're past episode 100. So our boys are in the top 10% of podcasts. Shout out to them. Check them out. Check out the socials at Take a Picture on everything, TikTok included.
got
Billy.
another. Oh, shout out to the
Oh,
homie,
oh, oh, oh.
the worst
Oh, the worst MLB, right?
MLB. Yeah, he was originally in our fantasy league last year,
Which we're gonna win this
and
year.
hell yeah, it's coming up soon. And he dropped out, and but he
Sad.
stayed following like a homie, and we talked a few times, and we collaborated, uh,
Yep.
and we're gonna collaborate again. So shout out if you don't
Shout out to
already
the worst
follow him,
MLB.
go follow him.
Mm-hmm. And any of his followers who have followed us, appreciate you. Hopefully you listen to the episode. Hopefully you like the content. Stay
Yep,
following, share with your friends,
yep.
like, comment, subscribe, download, share, rate, review, do all that shit. Do all the podcast shit that we tell you to do every week. That being said, Billy, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fucking fun.
Fuck Philly.
Peace.
Fuck Philly.